teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front court to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And now Austin's starting group. LeBron James out there with Anthony. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Houston in at the 2 spot. Fires in the triple.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Three-pointer, Anthony. It's hauled in by Garnett. Here's Marbury. Kicks it out, Towns. Rose grabs the board. Austin has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Oh, some explosive stuff from Rose right at the rim, showing these young boys how ferocious he can still be.
Marbury, the pass to Towns. Connects from downtown. Towns has got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Houston. The shot's good on the assist by James.
This is exactly the start they were hoping for at the offensive end.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Garnett. Here's Shapuka. Here's Garnett. Check by James. Garnett no good.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on it.
Houston passes to James. Rebound Minnesota. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
And you know, when I watched that game back, I thought they actually did play well. The other team just played better.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
Here's Shapuka, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. And there's a pick. Here's Zerbiak. And that misses. That would have put him up. Austin has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Rose with the bucket.
I mean, how many times have you seen that? Derrick Rose driving, scoring, exerting his will on the game.
Pass to Marbury. The 3 counted from distance. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now, here is James. His last outing, we saw him score 22.
Forget his age. LeBron is still one of the strongest players in the league.
Pass to Shapuka. Here's Towns. Fires the 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the wing, right side. Launches it. Hits the trifecta. Houston's got 9.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Towns. Give him 8. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
For Minnesota, number 19,
Pass to Zerbiak. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen. Three-pointer. Houston with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Now here's Rose. No good with the triple. Here's Shapuka. No points yet. Here's Cassell. From the top of the key, he buries it. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Longhorns. Three-pointer, Anthony. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Garnett. Nails the 16-footer. Garnett's gotten his second bucket of the game.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. For Austin, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Porzingis sets a screen to the inside. A good chunk of the season is past us now, Grant. I'd imagine the wear and tear is adding up for some players.
Yeah, it varies from guy to guy. You know, vets are usually dealing with something just from playing so many years. But, B.A., the rookies, they're learning now what it takes to be in NBA condition.
He hits the second from the line.
Standing at 7'3". We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
Pass to Tripucka. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Here's Garnett. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Here's Wall. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Minnesota in the lead. On the take, here's Tripucka. Garnett passes to Zerbiak. 4-3, gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Tripucka. He has 6. Knocked away. Stolen by Wall. Pass to Bargnani. Picked it. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Throws it up high. And stolen by Markkanen. Right side Wall. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Garnett's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Zerbiak. Austin grabs a miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Yeah, they wanted to win the physical battle in that game, and they did. The rebounding numbers really paint the picture.
Second chance points once again making the difference, as is often the case. That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Tripucka. Here's Garnett. Second chance effort. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Right side Wall. Pass to Bargnani. Left side Porzingis. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Garnett's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Cassell. There's the drive. Here's Towns. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More NBA on 2K Sports right. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
On the court for Austin, they've got John Wall. Lauri Markkanen out there with Carmelo Anthony. And it's Bargnani in at the 5. Sprewell passes to Issel, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Going dunk for dunk. It's an aerial display.
Hey, and we may get another one this next trip up the floor. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
James passes to Anthony, and Anthony slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Issel, checked by James. Here's Towns. Towns getting it done under the hoop.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
James, right side. And he jams it home with authority.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Marbury. 11 points for him last game against Portland. Pass to Towns. Here's Marbury. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Cassell. And a miss there on the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Daniels. Over the past month, these front court players have been money at the line. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns.
For him, it's about remaining aggressive and trying to get to the stripe as much as possible. It's evident he's got a nice stroke from there, and he needs to continue to exploit this in his and his team's favor.
Rose is checked in for Wall.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you. Perfect bounce pass leading to the basket. That's just great teamwork.
And so it's Rose with it. He brings it up for the Longhorns. Trailing by 5.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
And that one's good. Cassell.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Houston. Screen by James. Down low. Rebounded by Daniels.
What a contest. That looked like a guaranteed bucket.
To the paint. Rejected by James.
Oh, you gotta be careful around the basket because James will turn these shots right back at you.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 4 rebounds now. Out to Anthony. Screen by James. Anthony, the pass to James. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Yeah, he's a student of the game. LeBron releases at just the right time to get the pick and roll score.
Pass to Garnett. Here's Marbury, guarded by Rose. Here's Garnett. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony. For Austin, they've gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Rose can't connect. Minnesota leading by 3. Garnett passes to Marbury. Here's Garnett. 7 points in the game. Goes to the fadeaway. Garnett's got 9.
And he knows he can make this shot. I mean, clearly there's no indecision for him from there.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
Daniels is checked in for Minnesota. Austin making a switch here. Nice move. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
And it's always fun to watch James do his thing. What a move by LeBron.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. And so it's Minnesota with it. It's a 3-point game. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Here's Garnett. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
Now here's Rose. Tight defense on him. That one goes. Count it.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Minnesota leading by 3. Marbury to pass to Garnett. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, an absolute terror driving inside. James dares defenders to get physical with him. And sometimes they have no choice.
Both free throws good from James. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Tripucka. Puts it up from 17. And it's in. Off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
You gotta love his unselfishness. And you know his coach does as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
Rose, the pass to Chamberlain. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And passes like this demonstrate Rose's unselfish attitude, which is why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Pass to Tripucka. Here's Marbury. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Issel. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Right side, Porzingis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
It's really good to see Kristaps inside forcing the issue. We know his outside abilities, but he can also bang down low.
Austin making a switch here. Both free throws good from Porzingis.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Here's Tripucka. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Porzingis has got 5 now.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Pass to Towns from the arc. Towns making that shot look routine.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Outside Wall. Porzingis sets a screen. Wall, the pass to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Great body control by Porzingis. He sets a good pick and then rolls right into a scoring position.
Pass to Garnett. Over Porzingis. Ooh, great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Minnesota. They lead by 4. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's...
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were in a close game. I like their follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shots and walking away. They're hunting for those second chance opportunities.
And moving on here, how about the fantastic matchup at the power forward? And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian and
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Garnett in at the 4 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Anthony. After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who is truly untouchable now, Tim?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Inside, James, and slam dunk by James.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
Minnesota leading by 3. Pass to Tripucka. Here's Marbury. Here's Zerbiak. Drains the triple. Zerbiak's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Garnett no good.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over it.
Ooh, that's easy work for LeBron inside.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
Tripucka, pass to Marbury. Towns a screen on Rose. And it's Marbury missing.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
For the lead, and it's Rose penetrating, and it's good on the lay-in. Rose has got 8 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A look at the 2K leaderboard when it comes to second chance points. The NBA leaders over the last month. 5th, the Timberwolves.
They've poured in a lot of second chance points recently, and that can be huge for your offense.
Here's Tripucka. 10 points for him. Pass to Towns. Here's Zerbiak. Clock at 6. That one's off. Still out of sync. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Rose. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Tripucka. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he makes a first. So he gets them both.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Here's Rose. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Oh boy, what control and poise from Rose. Taking the hit like a champ and just powering right through it.
Here's Marbury, guarded by Rose. Marbury's got 5. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
And Minnesota making a change here. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Chamberlain. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Chapuka. Here's Cassell. 7 points in the game. Towns outside for the tie. Rebounded by LeBron. Austin leading by 3. Here's Rose. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 6 assists in the game. Here's Cassell. Pass to Chapuka. To the inside. Here's Towns. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Here's the pick. James passes to Anthony. Back to James. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. James has got 6 in the quarter. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Trailing by 5. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. He's checked in for Austin.
Substitution for the away team. Number 2, John Wall.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Garnett. He's got 15. Here's Towns. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast team.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Cassell. 7 points in the game. Pass to Chapuka. Towns on a screen. For the tie. Anthony grabs the board. Austin leading by 3. Here's Chamberlain. Out to Rose. They set the pick. Chamberlain gets the bucket. Chamberlain's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Zerbiak. Here's Chapuka. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And it's Austin with the ball. Here's Rose. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And it's a 7-point Austin lead.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Workman passes to Issel. Austin grabs a miss.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Rose. And he bangs it home with one hand.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Pass to Cassell. Here's Towns. 4 on the clock. That shot is off.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Garnett no good.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Tipped. Here's Workman. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. They set a pick. Pass to Garnett. Puts it up from 15. And he can't bank that one in.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Austin ahead, up by 9. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Timberwolves trail by 9. A moment here for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Minnesota provided some information. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. He won't return for the rest of this game, and he's likely to miss a few more after that. We'll see how he bounces back, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks.
And I'm sure the training staff is doing everything they can to ensure he's back out there as quickly as possible.
On the court for Austin, Carmelo Anthony out there with James. Then there's John Wall, and it's Chamberlain in at the center position. Pass to Tripucka from 17. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got his 4th rebound in this one.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Austin making a switch here. Rose is checked in.
Checking in for the away team. Number 1, Derrick Rose.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter.
We've seen that a few times. LeBron is a master of running the pick and roll and finds his guy.
Here's Cassell. Pass to Daniels. Got a hand on it. Goes back up. Austin grabs the miss. Chamberlain's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. A screen by James. Here's Anthony. And Austin again with a bucket. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Austin.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
3-pointer. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Second pitch. Now on the court is the National Ice Squad. Get down a little bit.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And he's going for the lob! The steal! Rose outside. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 3rd assist of the night. Timberwolves trail by 18. Here's Cassell. to the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Anthony outside. The three. And another three for Austin.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Cassell. Pass to Tripucka. Shot clock at 6. The baseline J. Again, the Timberwolves score.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
They set the screen. James inside. Count it. And Austin leads by 19.
And that's where LeBron loves to operate, close to the bucket in the high percentage area.
Outside Love. Here's Tripucka. Back to Love. Over Anthony. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
An intelligent offensive player, Love analyzes defense as well and looks to score whenever he can.
Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. And now let's take a second to present our player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. And so Wall will bring it up for the Longhorns. Pass to Houston. There's the three. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. He takes it in. Here's Garnett. The rebound by Markkanen. Austin leading by 17. Now Anthony. The three is up. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Cassell passes to Tripucka. Fires at the elbow. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Houston. And another 3 for Austin.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Here's Garnett. It's guarded by Markkanen. Counted.
Yeah, he goes to the fadeaway right there. I think he thought the defense was a little bit closer.
And Austin's shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Anthony with a bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Cassell passes to Tripucka. Porzingis grabs the board. Anthony left side. And he lays it up and in. Anthony's got 29.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Cassell passes to Tripucka. Down low. And stolen by Markkanen. And Wall, here we go. Misses from short range. Minnesota's gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Cassell passes to Tripucka. Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Wall. Oh, swiped away.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Longhorns.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
Here's Cassell, pass to Tripucka. Can they get it? Houston with a rebound. Wall with it, Towns covering. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Yeah, good to see Towns being engaged on defense. Just great timing to come up with the rejection.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Austin making a switch here. Here's Rose. And once again, off the mark by Austin. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Tripucka. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Porzingis. Now here's Markkanen. So we see Austin getting the win here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now, time for our player of the game, Derrick Rose.